And we are back after what feels like it's been a forever hiatus. Back to Monday Night Football here at the Matt Gaston Community Center. Todd, you look so different in the last 2 weeks.
Todd got a suntan.
New haircut, new tan, new voice, new wardrobe.
No mohawk.
What's your secret?
And I go for Dalton. So
Yes.
that's a big difference.
I'm stuck between two big Dalton people.
I only Dalton because I pay the city taxes, but still a Raider. They doing good right now. But Todd's not able. Todd's not able to join us. He is doing his yearly trip, I think, to the Dominican Republic to help put smiles on kids' faces down there. So he's doing the good man's work.
Good, absolutely. And we get to put smiles on our viewers' faces. So.
We hope so. So we had to bring in a ringer. We brought in Mr. Roy Alvaron, one of the OGs from season 1. Yes. Roy, I don't know if you know this, but we're already in season 5.
Wow.
So you got to remember, you started this journey. But, so Roy is an OG, so we brought him back to help us out because he's been going to some games again. We had quite a few games last week, so let's go ahead and go to that OptiLink scoreboard. Diego, hit it off.
Oh, man. We started off on Tuesday, the 17th, Christian Heritage losing 9-0 against Ringgold for the girls. We had that very strange Dalton Academy, Murray County, 11-0. I remember texting y'all because I had no idea they could go past 10-0. We have Southeast losing to Gilmer in penalty kicks for the girls. Same Tuesday, we have Christian Heritage losing 1-7 against Ringgold for the boys. Big game there, Dalton versus Walton. Dalton with a Joe almost last minute winner, 4-3 against Walton. I'm sure we'll talk about that game in depth. Oh, yes. And then we have Murray County boys beating the Dalton Academy 3-0. I was at that game as well. I'm sure we'll talk about that as well. Wednesday, the lonely game that I actually went to as well. I traveled down the interstate to Calhoun.
Because I heard you said they had tacos.
They had tacos there, so it's awesome that it's not just Dalton that's getting into the groove of things. Calhoun did beat the Dalton girls a 1-0 that day. Right. What about Thursday? What we got Thursday?
Well, Thursday we had Southeast playing Coahulla in a Soccer City Cup. We had Southeast girls losing 4-2 to Coahulla Creek. The boys coming out on top 4-1. Then we had Northwest boys playing Alatoona. Northwest with a 2-1 win, which is a good win for them. And then on Friday, we had Dalton Academy scheduled to play Cedartown. There was no update on the girls' score, so I don't know what the score was on that line. Southeast was scheduled to play the Christian Heritage boys. That game was canceled. I know that they wanted to get it rescheduled, but it seems like there ain't going to be a rescheduling.
We'll see.
It seems like it was due to some health and some some just availability of players for Christian Heritage. Northwest girls went down to Rome and took a 9-0 loss to Rome. Then you had Dalton Academy boys playing up versus Cedartown losing 2-0, which I think that's a respectable scoreline. And then you had Dalton girls losing 2-1 to Kennesaw Mount, and then Dalton, Roy, I know you traveled to this game, beating Johnson 1-0.
That's always a good result.
So it is.
Yes, very good game too.
But like I said, that was our OptiLink scoreboard. With that, we're getting ready to come back, go to commercial break. When we come back, we will start diving into these games and seeing some future games as well. So stay tuned.
There's never been a better time to bank with Builtwell Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
If you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't... Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
If you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football. I don't got that voice like he does.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah. That sounded amazing. That sounded legitimately good on the headset.
Yes.
I mentioned I'm stuck between two Dalton people, one fake one, one real one. Before we talk about Dalton, let's talk about Murray County for a little bit.
Well, let's look at Murray County. You know, they have a light schedule. They only played one match. But it was a big matchup versus Dalton Academy. I know you went over, across the Conasauga River.
It was actually the first time in, I want to say, 9 or 10 years that I was at the Murray County Stadium. I loved it. It looks amazing. I love the railing that it has and the little.
He said he likes that Murray.
I love that railing.
You haven't been to North Murray then. I think if you go to North Murray, then you'll be
Not
like,
yet. I haven't been to North Murray yet.
Okay. But it just gives a little bit of insight. You were there for both the boys and the girls for Dalton Academy, Murray County. Just give us a little bit of insight what you saw of this game and see what you project hopefully down the road for both these schools.
I saw a lot of good stuff. I'll start with the girls since they played first. I mean, you see the score there, 11-0, and that was an 11-0 by halftime, so they didn't need the whole time. What I will say is for the Murray County girls, I was talking to Mary Trejo right after the game. Big shout out to Mary Trejo, who was hyping up the team a lot. I was talking to her about how different this Murray County girls team was based to what I got used to seeing, because I was telling her how I used to have years and years ago a friend that played for Murray County, and back then it was you know how to run? You're on the team. Yeah. It wasn't anything about tactics. It wasn't anything about knowing how to play soccer. And then what I saw was girls who absolutely knew tactically where to set up. I saw girls who had the skills. I absolutely loved what I saw. So that 11-0 for Murray County girls, I think was definitely a good exhibition for them. And I do know Mary says they're very excited about the rest of the season and extremely excited to play North Murray in that Ford Mountain Cup. They get to play them at home, and it's senior night, so there's that extra added element there. So all good stuff. But on the Academy side as well, I get to see the new coach doing her thing. The name escapes me, so I do apologize for that. But I loved what I saw, that after every single goal that Murray would score, you had that coach yelling instructions. Like, it was a nonstop telling him, trying to tell him what to do. It wasn't the type of coach where they're going to sit back and watch it. She was loud. She was on them. And I really, really like seeing that.
And Roy, and you know, we've talked about this since day one when you were on the show. Like, Dalton Academy on the girls' side, they're just going to struggle just with the numbers. It's just going to be a battle for them. Obviously, you know, they're starting to get a bit more players, but they don't have that caliber yet.
It'll take them time. I mean, they just got to build a program up. I mean, it doesn't get good overnight. I mean, even when I played, you know, it starts.
Well, and I think it's going to change for, you know, I'm not on the school board or anything, but you know they have that soft zone right now put in place. But from my understanding, eventually there is going to be like a full division of two separate high schools, like officially like a Dalton High and a Dalton Academy. So maybe once that happens and, you know, the kids that live in that area that are supposed to go to Dalton Academy, maybe it'll start changing that up a bit, but we'll have to wait, right?
And I'll tell you, with all the different academies out here nowadays, I mean, the kids are getting good real quick, and so they'll be able to join the systems and pick it up and go with it. So that's good.
And then Diego, I know you were there. You were there to watch the boys as well, and I mean, your favorite player for Dalton Academy got hurt. I mean,
that was heartbreaking. Big shout out to Freddie there. Came up to me before the game. I was excited to see him, and then he got hurt very soon into the half. I want to say about maybe 20 minutes into the game, and it was one of those hurts where he laid on the ground, a lot of pain. Because I was at the railing, it felt like I was there right beside him, so I had to hear that. And so, I mean, it looked really bad. He got subbed out. Thankfully, he was able to get up, start doing warm-ups, and he actually was able to come back into the game.
So, question, you know, did they have the spray?
You gotta have that Sunday water.
Did they? I can't
Sunday
remember,
water.
you know they have the spray. Like every day you throw the water and then throw the spray, and then it's like they're cured and they get right back up. So did they have this? The spray, if you guys don't know, it's the spray. So it's a little spray, but
it heals you instantly sometimes.
Right, Roy? It looks like it heals players automatically.
Everything. You have a little pain, oops, it's gone.
I will say, if the spray was there, it took a little bit of time to take effect for Freddie. But, I mean, instantly you saw him, even though he was hurt on the sides, he was doing what he could to warm up and come back on. They actually put in an outfield player in as goalkeeper for the time being, and he did good. I will say it was still 0-0, even factoring in Freddie's injury.
So what did you see out of the game, like out of the boys' side? Like, obviously, did the injury play a big part into Dalton Academy, or was Murray County just more talented and control the game?
I feel Murray County didn't take advantage of the injury because they still tried the same tactic throughout the first half. Over the top, threw a ball down the middle. That was pretty much the tactic for the entire first half. When I was thinking maybe they were going to try some long shots, test the goalkeeper, they didn't. It was all through ball attempts. It wasn't until really the second half that Murray County took a lot of control over the game. I will say, the name escapes me. I'm bad with names, but two players that really impressed me from Murray County, the left back, I believe he was number 3. Just you would have thought that dude had a million energy in him. He would go all in on tackles, sliding them, all in on running. I saw him take a break maybe 5 seconds in the entire match, and it was and then boom, right back on.
Oh, the joys of being young.
And then the goalkeeper from Murray County was a big highlight.
Well, which we thought that was going to be a deficient because they had a star keeper that played when they I think at Hendrickson Twins.
Yes.
Obviously that Trip McConley. So there, but then look at the Dalton Academy. I mean, the boys, they have room to grow. They played Cedartown, but you got to look at Cedartown's a 4A school. Yep. Dalton is 1D, 1AA, D. 1 or 2, whatever.
Small school.
So very, very small school. You're looking at a population of 200, 300 kids versus 11 to 1,200 kids.
It's a big difference. I would say from Dalton Academy, I can say that I think maybe they should have had maybe one in the game. There was periods of time where they took turns with the possession, then Murray did. I definitely think 3-0 doesn't speak as well to Dalton Academy as they maybe deserve. And I will say big shout out to Coach Laura. From the very beginning, I don't know what Coach Laura is doing to these boys. The Dalton Academy boys go in as a unit.
Okay.
It seems like they are all cohesive the second they start warming up. Wow. And you can tell she has a handle on things with them.
Well, so big question because, Roy, we went to Dalton Academy games since the first year. And those boys never, the kids that are on the sidelines never sit down.
Nope.
Are they sitting down or are they still standing up the whole game?
From what I remember, they were very into the game, yelling, hyping up the players. I loved what I saw from the sidelines. Yep. I will say that. But ultimately, it went down Murray County's way. I'm very, very excited for that Murray County North Murray game.
Yeah,
I want to see how they do.
And we'll see. Like I said, that will be coming up later in the season. But, good. Murray County's off to a good season. Dalton Academy will bounce back. I mean, they've played 2 opponents that are classified higher than them. But with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have more Monday Night Football.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities, service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. And like I said, we were just discussing a little bit of Murray County and Dalton Academy. Now we're going to pivot. We're going to go to Roy's favorite school. Woo! Roy used to call this the Power Hour. We're talking about a little bit of Southeast Raiders soccer. How's it?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Two Raiders now.
No,
I thought we were going
let's
to
turn
Dalton,
on our
but okay,
Raider.
I guess.
We're going to talk about El Clásico del Condado, or the County Classic, which is, the Northwest. Oh, well, we haven't even came up with a name yet.
I did for Northwest Southeastern.
No, for the Coahuila Creek Southeast.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
So, but let's just talk about this. Was a Soccer City Cup matchup, both on the boys and girls side. Diego, I know you were in attendance for that. No,
not for this one.
I missed Todd was there. Todd was there for this one. But let's just touch base a little bit on the girls. Coahuila Creek girls come out with a 4-2 win in the Soccer City Cup. It puts them in pole position right now. We don't have the updated standings right now. Todd's out, as we mentioned, but we will get those. But this was Todd's a little dark horse. He did say he was looking out for Coahuila Creek to maybe push up into that thing, and with this result on the girls' side, it's put them in prime position to be.
I think it super shows. I mean, I owe them an apology. I put them as fourth on my prediction and absolutely blew away my predictions. Not only with this game, but you saw a little bit with the Northwest game in week 1. That even though they lost in penalties, they took that game. They should have won that game. So them beating Southeast. I mean, again, we're Raiders, but I think you can take positives out of Coahuila Creek having such a showcase for their girls team. Very excited what they're doing.
What do you think, Roy?
I'm going to tell you, Diego. With this show, you put your foot in your mouth a lot.
Oh, I learned that the hard way. I have learned
that I think House of Weather looking like comment?
Yeah. We're in 2026 now, so I've already forgot that. I'm
all
old
in the
now.
past.
It's on the past.
But like I said, with that result, I mean, it puts Coahuila, they're still in the running. Obviously, they had that overtime, a PK loss to not overtime, but a PK loss to Northwest. But they're still there. I mean, they still got 2 games left. They would still have to play. Well, no. Yeah,
Dalton's next,
which is this week, and we'll discuss later. They'll have that
Tuesday
Dalton game.
Yes.
And then they'll still have the last game. So they're still in prime position. I think they have a lot to play for. We'll see. Now, let's pivot a little bit to the boys' side. Coahuila Creek boys versus Southeast. Southeast actually came out on top, 4-1 win. I know from when Todd was there, I think the game was a little bit tight first half, but then the second half, the floodgates opened a little bit. I did see the goals. I don't know if you saw, Roy. They're actually posting up goals all over social media now.
Which I love that. Please keep doing that.
It looks like Dalton High and Southeast are having a competition who can put the most goals up by their
but still, at the end of the day, Dalton. It's D, goes before the S, so Dalton's first.
Oh, man, I can't wait for Southeast to turn up.
Stuff.
I cannot wait for Southeast to turn up.
So, really, we knew coming in, Diego, at the very beginning that the first 2 weeks was going to be make or break for Soccer City Cup for Coahuila Creek.
Yes.
For the boys, because they were going to be playing all schools, so we'll know.
Right away. We'll know where Coahuila Creek stands. I will say, for my end, I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I am excited that it's going to be a close race for the girls. But as you mentioned, for the boys, though, Southeast, man. Let's talk about Southeast and how this season's been going. Impressive is one word that instantly comes to mind, I would say.
The boys, Roy don't want to hear that word impressive, but
I will say it to him.
I'm going to tell you, Coach Garcia has been putting it in the work with them guys. I mean, even the off season, getting them guys in the gym. I mean, what do they weigh? 100 pounds soaking wet. So, he's putting some weight on them. Getting them out there, puts them, in the gym. So, yes. I got to give them his props. Not much, but enough.
But I think, like you said, they've went out. They're undefeated. They beat Johnson in the scrimmage game. Then they came out and Sprayberry 4-1, which was Sprayberry was a runner-up in 5A previous year, and then now, and Johnson was 3A state champ. So there's 2 tough games. And then they beat a cross-county rival 4-1. So it's putting them there. It's getting them a little bit of confidence, and I think they needed that because from when we heard Coach Garcia speak at the Rotary luncheon, he mentioned this was a very, very young team. Like his 60-70% of his roster was freshmen and sophomores. So
I remember his quote: "It's not a rebuild season; it's a breakout season." He's proving it right
and
there.
And it looks like it is. And then on the girls, we knew that it was going to be a little difficult for the girls. They graduated some key players. But also they had some key players that aren't playing that I think are focusing more on the club side of it. So it affects you. And Roy, we brought this up before because we've seen this happen to Dalton in the past. Like if you lose on the boys' side, if you lose a club player and they can't play, there's a little bit more depth to make up for that, right?
True.
But on the girls' side, if you lose some that want to focus, it can hinder you a little bit more.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you look at the Dalton boys side. I mean, they've got backups. There's an A and there's a B team that's ready to go. Where on the girls side, if you lose one of them A players, it's in a crucial position. It's going to hurt you.
Yeah,
definitely.
And we definitely will discuss that a little bit more about, losing crucial players, because when we talk about a little bit about the Dalton boys and girls, Dalton girls, and when we discuss that here later in the show, they had some key players out for a couple of matches.
Again, for graduating and
then they had some players that got hurt, so we play that. So, but like I said, it's going to. I think the girls, on the girls' side, they haven't won yet, but I think they will turn it around. They're hungry. It's not like they don't have talent. I think they just need to put it together. The boys' side is going to be interesting. Can they deal with the bright lights of what's going on?
It's really because it's like two completely contrasting stories.
Yeah.
For the boys, it's they're on top.
Yep.
Only way now for the girls is they're on the bottom, but they're climbing up.
Yeah.
And just the same with Color Creek. I think Color Creek is going to be a dark horse. I think they're going to be able to make a run better than what we've seen. For girls, boys, I think we don't know. So it's a little bit of difference now. Before it was girls, now it's boys. Now we don't know what we're going to get from the boys team, so we're going to have to wait and see what.
I love not knowing. I love being surprised.
But it's going to be interesting what Coach Jacobo brings out the rest of the season. But with that, we're getting ready to go commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have more Monday Night Football.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankley Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
Nah, I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple, so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink, real people, real service, real connection.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football. It is the time that I have been dreading. It is Dalton High. These two are just going to go blah, blah, blah. But
no,
whatever.
It's not going to be blah, blah, blah. It's probably going to be more this gentleman right here.
It's going to be good stuff. I mean, this is what I've been waiting for.
Think he even
They've given us good stuff.
I think he's even brought some paraphernalia.
It is cold outside, so let me just put my scarf on. Let me start putting all the stars out there.
State
I mean, yeah, you know.
Wow.
Okay, I'm feeling better now.
I may own one. I ain't going to lie.
I'm feeling a
This
whole
is what
lot
I'm
better
talking
now.
about. This is what I'm talking about.
But let's go. Dalton had on the boys and girls side. They had a busy week. Let's just really touch on the Dalton girls. They had two matchups. They played Kennesaw Mountain on Friday. They lost 2-1, which we know Almodovar loves to schedule tough opponents. This was a tough game. Kennesaw Mountain's it's a big school out of the Atlanta metro area. They lost 2-1, but I know he's been down some key players, and he's got a very, very, very young team. Yes. I think he's starting 5 freshmen or sophomores.
Official number. Yeah.
So it's quite a bit. So I think they're going to get better, and I don't like to look too far down the road, but give this team within 2 or 3. They're still going to be competitive this year and whatever, but I'm kind of interested to see what this team's going to look like in the next 2 to 3 years, with as young as they are. And then now the talent that is up and coming. On the girls' side, because of these academies now, I think The pipeline is starting to go, and I think it's going to be different. But they gave Kennesaw Mountain, and then they had a game versus Calhoun, which you went down to.
Yes, it was a good game. I would say it was a very, very good game. Competitive at all times. One thing you brought up, is one thing that I haven't seen yet. I didn't go to the Kennesaw Mountain game, so I don't know if this statement is true. But one player we haven't seen that's going to be a difference maker is Tegan. She's been injured all season, and so what I saw in that game against Calhoun is that I think right now the biggest struggle for the Dalton girls is it seems that their defensive line they're getting it together. Plus, with their goalkeeping situation, they have great goalkeepers in Lulu and Brisa. And from what I saw, their defensive line is very good. They have the chemistry.
Yes.
What I didn't see though is it seems like they're lacking a transition piece. It seems like they have a defense and then they have the new attackers, but then there's nothing other than Ellis to feed them to. That's what I saw all throughout.
Roy's itching. All right, Roy.
No. I mean, that's the transition. I mean, you have to have key players in every line. And I mean, if you don't have in that midfielder, then there's no transition. All you can do is play long ball. I mean, and once the other team picks up on that, they'll cut that play off every time.
Yeah, so. but I like I said, I don't want to harp on it, but I think that you're young. Yeah. Ellis is young, but Ellis plays beyond her sophomore status. Even as a freshman, she was playing before.
The amount of times Ellis has gotten the ball deep in her half and by herself ran to the box, too many to count.
Because I did. I went to watch a little bit of the Dalton. I think it was they were Dalton model game from the week before, and Dalton won that 1-0. But it's just there is. Like you say, they are lacking that little that little middle piece that you're talking about. It will come. They're young. The players are learning. They're having to know when to tuck in, when to tuck out. If Ellis is going to make the run, who's going to drop back. One place that I don't worry about Dalton on the girls' side is, they're switching keepers each half. Coach Almodovar has the luxury of having two really good keepers, and you got to run with it. So if he's let him do what he's got to do. But I think they'll still be good. Look in here. They're going to be playing, obviously, Coahulla Creek on tomorrow. Then they play Heritage on Thursday.
That Coahulla Creek game looks spicy.
Then they play Hiram on Friday. So this is really going to test their depth because they've got 3 games this week. So they're either going to go 3-0 or they're going to go 1-2.
Yep.
2-1 or 0-3. We will see. But it's going to be. This will be the week that starts defining them and starts defining where they're going to be at in the next few weeks. And then Roy, let's just give it up to you. You not only were you able to attend a couple of games. You went to the Dalton-Walton game, which was a 4-3 win. But that isn't even the greatest part of that game. I think you met a Mexican legend, a former Atlanta United head coach at that game.
Yes, I did. I actually got the honor to meet El Profe.
Who, for people that don't know, who's El Profe?
Gonzalo Pineda, the one that used to play. When he played in Mexico, he played for the Chivas. I'm not a real fan there, but he was Atlanta United coach. So that's where I gave him his props. And that's where I actually, the man crush that came out of me, hey, it is what it is. But I want to tell you a story. So the first thing he asked me, he's like, you do Monday Night Football? I was like, yes, I get that here and there. But he asked me, he said, did Todd really score that long banger? Or, did he run around with
AI?
Or was it AI? And I said, no, I think Todd did that. He's like, I've heard that. So, Todd, I want you to know your goal has gone international. Just want you to know that.
Todd, and if Mr. Pineda's talking about it.
That's amazing.
But the reason Mr. Pineda was there, they were playing Walton. Dalton came out on top 4-3. I think they were up 3-1. I think it got tied up 3-3. Dalton got the game winner with Joe Gonzalez at 48 seconds. Pineda's son plays for Walton. Roy, gives a little bit of observation from that game, and then we'll obviously discuss. Well, let's just lump it in. Then they won on Friday. They went down to Johnson, played Johnson,
correct,
beat them 1-0. Free kick winner by Joe Gonzalez again. That name's going to be repetitive throughout this season.
In the phrase, game winner.
Yeah.
Game winner. So, what did you see out of your Dalton team?
I'm going to just tell you, first of all, and this is where every team needs to pick up on. You go out there and you see the stands. They're rooting red, go big red. I don't know how many times you hear that, go big red. They're right there supporting the fans. The fans are right there. And they got those players pushing them. And Cheeves is right there screaming at them, too. So I'm going to tell you, Dalton controlled a good part of the Walton game. Couple of errors from the young goalie. And then
sophomore.
That's a given. If he's going to be anything like his dad, he's going to be a great goalie. Yeah. So, we get that. I will tell you, Dalton has pulled new tricks out. They're starting from the back playing. When did you ever see that before?
I mean, it usually was like runs up the side.
Exactly.
Esquina, sapo,
Yeah, so Chiefs, props to Chiefs. Man, you're doing it. He's coming out the back, playing with the goalie, and that gives confidence. I'm going to tell you, if you can come out in that elegant play, coming out the back, going into the midfield like you were saying, and then going to the top with Joe, man, look what happens. You see some great goals, and you'd see beautiful soccer. That's what you want.
Yes, and like I said, it's not a one-dimensional show. Even though Joe's scoring all the goals, it's not like he's taking on the whole team. It's just through this play. Some of the goals that I saw were, loose balls in the box. Now he is a free kick specialist, and we've known that for the past few years.
Most beautiful free kick you give him the ball about 30 yards out. Hey, that guy's going to give you a banger. This thing hit the back post and then went down. I thought it was out. I was almost field goal. No, this guy scored a golazo.
Golazo. But that is Joe. But like I said, we will discuss a little bit more the schedule later at the end of the show. But with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have more Monday Night Football.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
There has never been a better time to bank with Biltwell Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. Man, we're just rolling right along with Todd and I here. I mean, it feels like good old times.
What a stray.
Well, not only that, it's an all Latino.
Oh, should we do it in Spanish now? Everything?
No, they won't.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está? No, we're not. But with that, let's get ready to go back, right? Let's just go over the OptiLink scoreboard really quick. Diego hit us off with the Tuesday, Wednesday scores, and then Roy, you take over Thursday and Friday.
Absolutely. Tuesday, of course, Ringgold beating the Christian Heritage girls 9-0. Murray County 11-0 against the Dalton Academy girls as well. Gilmer and Southeast girls being taken to penalty kicks. Gilmer winning 2-1. Christian Heritage facing the Ringgold boys. Ringgold winning 7-1 there. That big game of the day, Dalton versus Walton. Dalton winning 4-3 for the boys. And then Dalton Academy going down 3-0 against Murray County. And for Wednesday, that away game, Dalton girls versus Calhoun girls in a 1-0. Roy, Thursday?
Thursday games. You got the Southeast girls versus the Coahulla Creek girls. Coahulla Creek with the 4-2 over it. And the boys, I don't even like saying this, Southeast got 4-1.
Just wait till the Classic.
Yeah, so that's Southeast 4-1 over Coahulla Creek boys. And you got Northwest over the Allatoona boys 2-1. Good job.
And then on Friday, we had Dalton Academy at Cedartown, which we don't have a score for that. It wasn't on Max Preps. Then we had the Southeast scheduled to play Christian Heritage. That game was canceled. It doesn't seem like it will be played. Northwest girls losing 9-0 to Rome. Dalton Academy boys losing 2-0 to Cedartown. Kennesaw Mountain beating Dalton girls 2-1, and then Dalton beating Johnson 1-0. But let's just go right in. Let's just give a little bit of let's start talking about a little bit about Northwest. Obviously, yes. Northwest. Let's start with a little bit of the boys' side. You know, we knew that we knew what Coach Eastside. Now he's actually focused on one team, and I think it's made a difference. From what I've heard out there out in the world is that, you know, with him being focused, I think he has a better way of aligning his team. His teams are playing, not that they never slack, but whenever you're focused on one team, it makes it much easier. You know how it is, Roy. You can't spread yourself thin. And they did, and they won. They beat Allatoona boys 2-1, which is typically Allatoona's a decent side.
Yeah.
What do you think about that scoreline?
I think it's good. And like you said, I think Coach Gutierrez, now that he's only got one, I seen him at the grocery store the other day. He's like, yeah, I can do my groceries, and also I can coach a game. So it's good props to him.
Good.
Yeah, like I said, and they only had one game last week, which was to Allatoona, a little light schedule. And then let's just flip a little bit over the Northwest girls. I mean, when I saw this scoreline, when I was writing this up this morning and pulling the scores, when I saw they played Rome and I saw it was a 9-0 defeat, I was sort of shocked by that scoreline because
not used to it.
I'm not used to it. It's typically Northwest always winning that game. I mean, Rome made so that I don't know if there were maybe some injured players, some sick players, or it was. I will say Friday was the beginning of winter. Was it winter? No, it was a previous week. No, so we can't even blame winter break. So I don't really know. So what do you take out of that scoreline right there, Diego?
Well, I don't think there's much. I think Northwest, out of all the teams, Northwest is kind of like in my opinion, the most unknown. You know, of course, Coach Frasto, I've had good conversations with him. He's a brand new coach. A lot of youth on the team. If you go back to week 1 with how they played against Cajola Creek, there was this element of, oh man, we're still trying to figure things out. And I know Coach Frasto made a comment that he's still waiting to get his full team together because I know he's still waiting on some girls. To join the team. So I would be curious on if that took place against that Rome game. But I think Todd was there. One of you texted how that game at halftime was. What was it? 5-0, 4-0 or so. I'd be very curious about that game. I don't have that frame of reference historically like y'all do on how they were expected to go, but I am excited to see Northwest girls.
Just be real. If you look at in the last 5 years, the most consistent programs on the girls' side has always been Northwest has made deep runs.
Yes.
They made 2 Final Fours in a row in the last 5 years. They've made 16 runs, Final 8s. So they've been the most consistent. Dalton's won the most region championships, but they just get stacked against a very difficult region. They can't do that. So that's why that scoreline was a little bit there. But it does get easier for Northwest. I'm just looking ahead. You know, actually today they're scheduled to play Model at Model, and we know Model's defending single A or double A state champ. Dalton did beat them, but that's going to be a tough game. And then you look down, and then they come right back around. They play Northbury tomorrow. It's just they got a gauntlet of a schedule. So
and then the big one on Friday, Southeast.
Oh, and then El Clásico, you know, Southeast versus Northwest.
The Compass Classico.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're gonna take a L that bad, you want to take it at the beginning of the year. You don't want to take it at the end because right now you can at least learn from it. And if you got a couple of games back to back, you know what you did wrong. You can fix that and you can change it up in the game.
Yeah,
and I do think that result, and this is me maybe talking about the future, but I think that result's going to end up being an anomaly when you look at the things. I think it was Jose Mourinho who said it's better to lose 10-0 one time than 1-0 10 times. Sort of what Roy was saying.
Classic.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what that brings.
Was that when he was coaching at Real Madrid or
I have
Benfica?
no clue when that was. I don't even know if it was Jose Mourinho
this guy. Man.
Or was that when he was at Manchester United?
Not a chance that was at Manchester United.
But, you know, now let's pivot a little bit. You know, Christian Heritage, boys and girls. Let's just touch on the boys real quick. They did have 2 games scheduled last week. They did end up playing Ringgold. They lost 7-1 on Tuesday. Obviously, we know from when we talked to the assistant coaches and Marco and them, they're young. They're still trying to get their players back. So it's just going to be with Christian Heritage, especially on the boys' side. You don't know what you're going to get, but they're growing the feeder program. They're growing the middle school program. So hopefully we'll see some change in that. They were scheduled to be playing Southeast on Friday. I was looking forward to seeing that game, but it didn't happen. There were some player injuries and some illnesses that game had to be shelved. And I know they were trying to get it. Southeast was wanting to get it played, but I don't know if it's going to get played or not. So we'll see. And then the girls, you know. The girls, I think they're still missing some players that are playing basketball because typically Christian Heritage doesn't schedule a lot of games in the beginning of the season because they know they're going to be out a lot of players.
True.
But they went down and they lost 9-0 to Ringgold. Obviously, Ringgold's a bigger school, 2A, I think, or 3A, compared to Christian Heritage, which is in one single A private school. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I think we will discuss here later in the episode. I know they got a busy schedule this week. I was looking at when I was putting it together. You know, they've got 2 or 3 games. They're playing Lafayette today. They're playing a team called CSTHEA out of Chattanooga. So they got more games. They're playing Oakwood Christian on Friday, so they're going to be a little busier. So we'll probably be able to see a little bit what both of the boys and girls teams are made up. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. So with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break. And with that, we'll talk about a little more Monday Night Football.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankly Elite Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
Nah, I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football. We're going to start talking about North Murray.
Even though they didn't have a game, but that's still
they didn't have a game. They didn't have no games early in the season. I don't know. It was winter break last week, so maybe that was the reasoning behind that. But I think that we're going to discuss some upcoming games that they got this week, and then the next. Well, not next week, obviously, but they got some big games this week. So we'll see how they go. I think overall, both on the boys and girls side, we'll just have to see what happens. But let's really, Diego, let's dive into this.
Let's do it.
This schedule. Let's look at this week 3 schedule.
Unbelievable. I think by the end of this week, we'll have a bigger picture of how this season is
if you want, let me just go ahead and start off. I'll go over Monday and Tuesday. So Monday, which is today, we have Northwest at Model Girls. We have Christian Heritage boys and girls playing at Lafayette, or people say Lafayette. So they got to go over the mountain and through the woods to grandmother's house they go. So hopefully they don't get lost. And then on Tuesday, tomorrow, we got a big schedule. We got Dalton at Coahulla, Soccer City Cup matchup. We got Southeast at Calhoun, girls. Northwest at North Murray, girls. Dalton Academy versus Gilmer at home. Southeast at Calhoun, boys. Then you have Murray County versus Fannin County, girls. Dalton at Coahulla Creek, boys. Dalton Academy versus Gilmer. Northwest at North Murray. And I already mentioned Southeast at Calhoun, but then we have Murray County versus Fannin County. So there are a lot of matchups. And Diego, what about Thursday?
Very interesting ones. Let's talk about what's going on Thursday, and we'll let you talk about Friday. Thursday, we got Coahulla Creek going to Fort Payne for the girls. We got North Murray traveling to LFO for the girls. We got Murray County versus Towns County. They'll be hosting them. Dalton versus Heritage girls. Like you mentioned, Juan, Christian Heritage at CHTHEA. I'd love to know what that stands for.
It's a school out Chattanooga. They're known as the Patriots.
They'll be traveling over there to the Patriots. We got North Murray at LFO for the boys. We got Murray County versus Towns County for the boys, and we'll wrap it up on Thursday with Dalton versus Heritage for the boys. Let me zoom in, Roy, for Fridays.
Thank you for the elderly people. This definitely helps out. I need as much as it can make it bigger. Okay, so Friday, you got Christian Heritage girls versus Oakwood Christian, and then you got North Murray boys versus Lafayette. I don't know. That's about the same. Lafayette. And then you got Dalton versus Hiram and the girls. And you got Murray County at Rockmart for the girls. And then for the girls on Friday, I think it's going to be a good game. The Southeast versus Northwest girls. So, and then you got Dalton Academy versus Calhoun. That's going to be a good one in regards to those over there. And then you got Dalton at Hiram boys. And then you got Southeast versus Northwest. And then you got Murray County at Rockmart. That's what's going to close it out.
And not only is it a big week, I mean, it's all focused on 3 days. So I don't know how we're going to make it to all these games. What games are y'all planning to make it, if any?
I was going to say next week is going to be a good show with a lot of goals. I can tell you that.
Well, I mean, you got Dalton at Cullowhee. So there's quite a bit of rivalry matchups. You got Dalton at Cullowhee Creek Soccer City Cup matchup. I think that's going to be big. Then you have Southeast versus Northwest on Friday. That's going to be a matchup. I think on the boys' side, that game right there will probably, even though they're in different classifications, it will give us like, is the Soccer City Cup going to come down to the last game as it has, or is it going to be decided after that game?
I'm going to tell you, it's a rivalry game in regards to these. These kids know each other. These kids play against each other. And when this time comes up and they can put on their school colors, they're ready to go out there and play. It's a different game.
I love that kind of stuff. I'm super interested in the Murray County fanning game. Mary Trejo, when I talked to her at the Murray County game, hyped this game up a lot for me. So I will be there at Murray County Tuesday at 5:30 to see how.
Well, and then like I said, Murray County plays a couple of games, so they're going to be playing more games this week. They obviously go down and play. Who we like Towns County on Thursday, so they got games on Tuesday, they got games on Thursday, and then they got games on Friday, versus Rockmart. So we're going to really know where Murray County's at. And then North Murray, they're right there. So North Murray, we should find out what Coach Chambers has got down there brewing on the north side. Ladd McConkey High School, North Murray High School. but I think North Murray, let's just look at it. They're playing LFO. They're playing and Lafayette. So on the boys' side, I think those should be dubs. On the girls' side, I think there should be some wins as well.
I'm going to tell you another thing, too, in regards to this week. I mean, I don't know if it's snow apocalypse again this week.
Oh, don't even.
We're freezing now, and, it's supposed to rain. So, again, we go back to how's that weather's going to be.
Well, but the good thing is most of the schools, all the schools in the county play on turf. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be saying you can cancel it due to there. And then for Dalton, if there is a game that they can't play at Harmon Field for the boys, they do have the turf field that's at the high school, and then obviously Dalton Academy plays on the field. So there is. Yeah. I don't think.
I just like to go. I like to go reference back to Messi. Messi likes to play on grass, so Dalton plays on grass. That's just the way it goes.
I'm not even going to go there. That was rage bait. But one thing I was going to say is I've been to, 10 games now, and I've been freezing at all of them. I don't think the weather's too much.
Well, the weather.
But I'm excited to see what the crowds will be like when it gets better.
It's going to get better. Obviously, today, Monday, and Tuesday, a little bit cold. Later in the week, it's supposed to get back up in the 60s and 70s, but we'll see. But really, another game that's interesting, that Northwest Model game. What do you think about that, Diego? Model losses Dalton, Northwest, in the scrimmage game, they beat Dalton, they tied 3-3. So that's going to be an interesting scoreline to see there. We got to see if Southeast can beat Calhoun on the girls' side.
Yes, that's going to be a big.
I think they need a win just for confidence. And then obviously Southeast is playing Calhoun on the boys' side, so they got Calhoun. They can't take them lightly. Because then, if you take them lightly and already focusing on the Northwest game, then it's not going to be a good thing.
Right, you got to focus on the next game. Now, I will say, from my end, I'm counting the Southeast Northwest game as like the main event of the week to me. So much riding on that. I called it the Compass Clásico. I'm going to be so curious how that goes because, the Southeast boys right now are an absolute tear. I think it's fair to say that. The Southeast team is incredible. I think this Southeast team has what it takes to beat Dalton later in the season. This Southeast team, I am riding very high on right now. They've made me a big, big believer. I will say that.
Oh, Diego.
What did Diego? Where dude?
All right, hey, so whenever we
record it
is, look back on episode.
Don't let me down, Southeast.
3 of Monday Night Football, and let's just see that.
Put it on right there.
Because I'm telling you, Roy learned the hard way.
I've learned the hard way.
The first game's at Harmon Field, isn't it?
Yes.
Remember correctly?
And then the last game will be at Raider Stadium.
I'm going to give you some advice, Diego, and you'll learn real quick.
What is it?
Just bet on Dalton, and you'll be good.
Nah.
You can't lose. So
I can't be like this guy over here.
Oh, but with that, we'll get ready.
I used to not be like that.
I used to not be like that. But with that, we're getting ready to go to commercial break. We'll come back. We're just going to talk a little about some standings and just give us who has the best tacos, hopefully this week.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
Because if you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't... Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
Because if you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football. Let's go ahead and talk about something awesome. Let's talk about the rankings so far that we have for the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
I know they're posted on Facebook recently, and I love what I see. Soccertown still representing from what I see.
Yeah, and these rankings, like I said, they came across my Instagram feed from Scoreboard, which Scoreboard used to be Eurosports, but it's called Score, SCORBORD.com. You can go there, click on the state of Georgia, and it will pull up rankings. So these rankings are compiled by active high school coaches within the state, and this feeds into like Max Preps to do that. But Diego, as you said, and Roy, I know you're going to be happy. I'm going to go over let's just look at the boys' side really quick, because obviously that's where we usually have a higher representation. But on the boys' side in 4A, you have two teams represented in 4A. You have Dalton High at 3-0 at number 1, St. Pius out of Atlanta coming in at number 2, Marist School out of Atlanta coming in at 3. Then you have Southeast Whitfield tucked in right there at number 4. In 3A, you have Johnson, who has lost to Dalton at number 2, 2-1. And then you have Northwest tucked in there at number 4 at 2 with a 2-0 record. And then let's go to 2A. You have North Murray. Usually a staple in 2A is Coahulla Creek.
Yes.
But they're nowhere to be seen. Obviously, we knew they were going to be a little young. But, Diego, what do you think? North Murray there is at number 7 with a 1-0 record. Obviously, they didn't play.
Murray County representation is always something I'm going to cheer for. I mean, Dalton and Murray, I think, are so conjoined that we can count each other as siblings. So seeing North Murray there, 1, makes me excited for North Murray, but 2, makes me excited for Murray because that game against North Murray versus Murray, I mean, I'm feeling it. Like, that's going to be a big, big game. So this, I think, gives more ammo to Murray County being like, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah, especially for the boys' side.
Yes.
And then on the girls' side, we had a couple teams represented on the girls' side. Well, actually one team. But I put up 3A for the girls because we have a couple of schools that are just a little bit south of here. And I don't want to give them a little bit of Soccertown credit because they ain't there yet. But we have Calhoun coming in 3A, girls coming in at 4-0, number 2 in the state. And then you have a Daresville coming in at number 7 on the girls. And then the only local representation right now is in 2A, Coahulla Creek coming in number 3. But right above them, Roy, what's that school that you used to say? Well, what do you call it?
Isn't that where Hector came from?
Yeah, but what's the school?
Story? Sonora?
No. Roy used to call them Snoresville.
I'm trying to learn how to say it. I've kind of gotten educated over the years, and Hector has told me a little bit more of their story, and I'm like, okay. So what's going about? I was just like, I pass through Buc-ee's and I go through there. That's about it.
But really, Roy, look at these. Anything that surprised you, or is this what you expect out of the rankings early in the season?
I'm going to tell you, as a Dalton fan, see us at number 1. We're getting back right there where we were. And again, that's just kudos to Chiefs in regards to what he's doing, and so I would definitely we got to run off of that. He's stacked another hard schedule again, and the kids are coming and they're producing again. So I gotta love that.
Southeast with the same record, 3-0. Part of me wants both Dalton and Southeast to be undefeated till that Clásico.
Well, I mean, but which one do you want? The first Clásico or the second Clásico? Because they play twice. Both on boys and girls.
The one that counts.
I think the one that counts is the region.
The first one.
The region game, I think, is the last game. If I'm not mistaken.
No, last game is Soccer City.
Yeah,
but I think it's the region game as well.
Oh, at the same time?
I think, yes.
Okay. I'm fine. Win both.
I'm the one. Well, to me, you can't. If you're a Dalton fan, you cannot lose to Southeast. You just can't.
And not at Harmon Field either.
It don't matter where. I don't care if it's out of Taco Bell Fields. I mean, you can't lose against them. So to me, in regards to Dalton coming, we like that pressure. I mean, they always have. They invite it, and so to me, everybody else circles Dalton. Dalton does schedule.
Yeah.
Circle
And then
anybody else.
me looking at 3A Northwest, they're behind Johnson. I think eventually they will meet up. I think this Northwest team, we'll see what they're made up of this week, especially on the boys. And then the girls' side coming up. Hopefully they can come off that, show a little bit of difference out after the losing 9-0 on Friday to Rome. But like I said, and then you got North Murray, which I think is going to bring some spice to the Murray County game. And then really on the girls' side, I think Coahulla Creek is looking a little bit like maybe the team to beat in 2A in the area.
I like to see Coahulla Creek girls. I think they definitely deserve it based on what we've seen.
And then you got Calhoun and Adairsville. Obviously Dalton lost to Calhoun. And
only 1-0.
Yes, but so it's going to be interesting.
But let me tell you, Zua, I mean, this right here is why we are Soccer City. Mm-hmm. I mean, because there's representation all over the county, in the city. That's what we're used to, and that's what we want. Yeah. And when everybody goes to different schools to play, they're looking for caliber teams.
And look at that, 0, 0, 0.
But just know this will change, so keep out on the lookout. Go to www.scoreboard.com if you want to see that. But with that, we end this episode without Todd. So with that, we're getting ready to go out. Hopefully you watch the show, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching Monday Night Football.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple, so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink, real people, real service, real connection.
To advertise your business on TV, contact Elliott Media at 706-529-4237.